I'm just starting the documentary.
We were virtual strangers that Saturday evening when we boarded the Searcher in San Diego.
Documenting everything. The calm before we leave.
Not the calm before.
I didn't say the storm. I said the calm before we leave.
What makes you so sure it's so cool?
Well, a calm exterior.
Tell us about your personal attachments to the lagoon.
Well, it's a place where humans can get up close with a wild animal, another mammal, and it's on the whale's terms, and it's been going on for a long time. People visit it, and it changes people's lives. They get a new awareness for nature and whales and wildlife, and so I know that I've been a part of changing several people's lives over the last 25 years by taking them there.
That started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The passengers said sail at the 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
After brief introductions, Captain Art went over the safety rules and then told us that we would be cruising all night long in order to arrive in Ensenada early Sunday morning for a passport check. Then, after a little more socializing, it was time for bed. There are 4 bunks per room. I was in room 15. We were up early that morning and eating breakfast as we pulled into Ensenada Harbor. While waiting for our passports to be checked by the Mexican authorities, we continued to introduce ourselves and get acquainted with each other. Ensenada is about 75 miles south of San Diego, or a 2-hour drive, and it's the 3rd largest city on the Baja Peninsula. From Ensenada, we headed west for about 12 miles to the islands of Todos Santos. On the way, we encountered a pod of dolphins who joined us and swam alongside the boat for a few miles. Their behavior was much like that of a flock of birds. When the leader got tired, it peeled off and let someone else lead. The one in front works the hardest because it cuts through the water, while the rest of the pods swim in its wake where there is less resistance. At Todos Santos, we cruised around the islands in a small boat. This was a pod of sea lions. One way to tell the difference between sea lions and seals is by looking at their ears. Sea lions have an external ear flap, while seals just have an ear hole. This is a flock of Brandt's cormorants. That was just a couple of the animals that we saw on our first day out. Here's the full list. Back on board the Searcher, it was time to relax, while our dinner was being prepared by the chef. Each night after dinner, we had one or two presentations. The first one that evening was by Brad Hughes, who talked about how scientists were beginning to attach small cameras to the backs of whales, dolphins, and other mammals to study them.
Seeing the seals and dolphins around, and they were next to the gray whale, and that I couldn't go in. I wanted to go diving and see what they really looked like, their whole body, when they were down there, and I couldn't. So I thought about what it must be like to be a seal or a dolphin able to see San Ignacio from their perspective. Most of our early knowledge came from studying the bodies of their dead. In the case of the gray whales, people did learn enough of their 12,000-mile migration patterns to find their shallow breeding grounds in Baja, where they were overhunted in their vulnerable state to near extinction. Happily, people are now seeking to protect these marine mammals and study their living behaviors. Roger Payne, who is famous for his underwater recordings of the whale songs, explained that a biologist wants to become part of an animal's life. He said, "I would like to be a flea on the shoulder of a bat." That's impossible, but maybe someday they will invent a little capsule in which you can attach yourself to a whale.
The second presentation was by Tom Lewis, a resident naturalist. He talked a little bit about some of the wildlife we had seen and some of the wildlife that we were going to be seeing at our next stop, the islands of San Benito, some 250 miles south. So again, we would be cruising all night in order to reach our destination by early morning.